Here are 50 trucking moments you won't regret watching.
911, where is your emergency? I-84. What's going on at mile marker 343?
Hey, what's up guys? Trucker Curtis here. Sketchiest weather I've ever driven in. If you see in the mirror, I got doubles. She's slipping. Look how fast these trucks be going in the snow. Crazy. Got some heavy stuff today. A little bit of cow manure. Good thing for electric pallet jack. Makes life so much easier. Some heavy premium pallets. Oh, and I gotta unload this baby here. 20 footer. And now we're all done. The brand new Tesla semi-truck was just cruising up the mountain still. And yes, they did do some testing on this thing through various different road conditions, water, snow, going through ladders, all kinds of testings done on this Tesla semi-truck. You're still gonna have your suspension dump, your light testing with the push of a button. This thing definitely aerodynamic still. Game changer.
Been doing this since 1999. Always watch your mirror. When you're going forward, you're going backwards, always watch your mirror. Money, now if you're not careful, you can get duped into a company where you're only going to make about 40, maybe 50,000 a year. You know, if you want to do the over the road like I do, you got to prepare to be out here for at least a month at a time. Never think that you've gotten too smart for it out here, and relax and stop paying attention, because once you do, you're going to make a mistake.
How to become a truck driver with no experience in just 5 simple steps. Step 1, you're gonna need to get your regular driver license before you even think about getting a CDL license. Step 2, check with your state to see if you gotta be 18 or 21 before you can apply to get your commercial driver license. And if you're of age, make sure you pick up a commercial study guide. Make sure you study it from front to back, page to page. Step 3, you're gonna need to pass the knowledge test. Step 4, since you passed the knowledge test, congratulations. You now have a Commercials Learner's Permit, also known as a CLP. Pick out a good CDL school and enroll into it. If you can't afford to pay the upfront cost, find a company that's going to sponsor you. That's called company sponsored training. Step 5, complete the training requirements, and then your school is going to set you up with a driving exam. And now, congratulations, my friend, you now have your CDL license. Number 10, AAA Cooper Transportation, 85,000 plus yearly. Number 9, Cisco, 85,000 plus yearly. Number 8, Blackhawk Transport, 90,000 plus yearly. Number 7, USA Truck, 90,000 plus yearly. Number 6, Hogan Transportation, 90,000 plus yearly. Number 5, Walmart, 90,000+ yearly. Number 4, Covenant Transport, 93,000 plus yearly. Number 3, Maverick Transportation, 95,000 plus yearly. Number 2, Estes, 95,000 plus yearly. Number 1, Forward Air, 99,000 plus yearly. The first GPS is going to be your main GPS. The second one is a backup to your main GPS. This one right here is going to be for traffic and those big bears. The first GPS is going to be your main GPS. The second one is a backup to your main GPS. This one right here is going to be for traffic and those big bears. The first GPS is going to be your main GPS. The second one is a backup to your main GPS. This one right here is going to be for traffic and those big bears. The first GPS is going to be your main GPS. The second one is a backup to your main GPS. This one right here is going to be for traffic and those big bears.
Number 1, Systems Transport. Number 2, United Van Lines. Number 3, Schaffer. Number 4, Mayflower. Number 5, Weimart. Number 6, Holibor. Number 7, Bison. Number 8, Amok. Number 9, John Deere. Number 10, Navajo.
Reason number 1, the Fusion to Go OTR is definitely going to give you farther signal range. Reason number 2, most of the cell phone signal boosters, they're going to work on all carriers, Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, whatever one you have, it's most likely going to work with your carrier. Faster data speeds, regional truck driving pay. You total this all up, comes out to $78,000, almost $79,000. Regional truck driving is where it's at. Why is regional where it's at versus OTR? Simply because you have more time with your family. But unlike OTR, regional truck driving, you get familiar with your route. Or you can decide to be an unassigned driver like me. So I go anywhere they need me to in their region. Every day is definitely different. No chains on, sun hitting the snow. Absolutely beautiful up here in the mountains. Got that Jake brake on. No chains on, sun hitting the snow. Absolutely beautiful up here in the mountains. Got that Jake brake on. Rest stop areas, 98% of the time, they're just going to be pull-throughs. They're definitely not going to be as busy as a truck stop. The bathrooms, usually nasty. I'll just be very honest about that. It usually gets busy later at night around 5 or 6 p.m. Not all of them are going to be like well lit. I don't really like parking in a dark area for safety reasons.
Number 1, R+L carriers. Number 2, CFI. Number 3, Estes. Number 4, Wilson. Number 5, ABF. Number 6, US Foods. Number 7, Keenan Advantage. Number 8, May Trucking. Number 9, Central Transport. Number 10, YRC.
How do truck drivers shower on the road? If you're a local truck driver, you won't have to worry about that. If you're a regional truck driver, depending how long you're gone for, you won't have to worry about that. OTR truck drivers over the road definitely will have to worry about that. There are some truck stops such as Love's truck stop or Pilot/Flying J. Those are some of the places you're going to be able to take a nice hot shower at. I think they're only about 20 bucks a shower. Your rest areas, about like 98% of the time, you're just going to be pull-throughs. So that's kind of nice. You know, you don't have to back into a spot at the rest area. I mean, if you're pulling in late at night, good chance you might have to be creative and find a parking spot. Done that a few times. Just be careful of that bathroom. Truck stops are definitely usually the places I prefer. Bathrooms, much more cleaner. They also have showers if you guys need to use the showers.
Number 1, Pullman Oil. Number 2, Coca-Cola. Number 3, Cisco. Number 4, Schneider. Number 5, DOT Transportations. Number 6, Sherwin-Williams Paints. Number 7, Decker. Number 8, McLean. Number 9, Safeway. Number 10, CHS.
Oh my God, it's -7 degrees outside and this bad boy is still working. If you didn't know, this is the Sure Call Fusion to Go OTR. Oh my God, it's -7 degrees outside and this bad boy is still working. If you didn't know, this is the Sure Call Fusion to Go OTR. Semi trucks, you definitely can haul a lot more. The maintenance is gonna be a lot more expensive because you got bigger parts, and the bigger they are, the more expensive they are. And make a little bit more money. Do you have an extra 120K laying around? That's what you're looking at when it comes to starting up a trucking business. It's not uncommon to clear about $42,000 a month. You do have a lot of space for your bed, your TV.
Number 1, Ace Hardware. Number 2, Linden. Number 3, Old Dominion. Number 4, XPO Logistics. Number 5, Loves. Number 6, Saya. Number 7, Walmart. Number 8, AutoZone. Number 9, FedEx. Number 10, UPS. Top 7 best trucking companies for new drivers. Up first, Old Dominion. Number 2, it's a hidden gem, Ace Hardware. Number 3, Oak Harbor. Up next, we got LTI, aka Linden. Up next, despite what anybody says, Prime. Up next, Swift, Big Orange Box, Schneider. I'm gonna throw this one in there as well. Alexandria Molding. These guys do pay pretty good. Make sure you're always using 3 points of contact when you're climbing in and out of your truck. You can avoid slips and falls. Those are some of the common things that happens when you don't use 3 points of contact. That's all easily avoidable. Make sure you're scanning at least 15 seconds ahead. That way, if you're rolling up on traffic, it's gonna give you plenty of time to slow down and brake, turn on your flashers if you need to let others know that you're starting to slow down or something's up. How do truck drivers get paid? You got your mileage pay, driver event pay, drop-in hooks, holiday pay, hourly pay, backhaul pay, chain pay, breakdown pay, sleeper pay, quarterly contributions, company match, vacation pay, safety bonuses, sick pay, special payouts, referral bonus. Pros, the company sponsored CDL training. You're gonna have little to no upfront cost. Usually they're gonna make you sign a 1-year contract or so. Company sponsored CDL training, that means you're hired. So you're not gonna have to worry about looking for a career after you get your CDL, which is another benefit. So you're usually gonna get paid for your training, unlike private trucking school. Once your training is completed with that company, pretty cool because they're gonna assign you a truck that you can call your own home. No texting and driving. That's a big no-no. I see drivers doing it all the time, like all the time. Pull off to the side of the road if you have to. It's not worth getting into the accident. Easily avoidable. And it can ruin your career. Here are some other ways to help combat fatigue. Get more than 7 hours of sleep at night. Drink more water. Increase your physical activity. So here we have the Garmin Diesel OTR 710. Still got the very sleek design here. Very thin. It's different on this 710 is this 12 volt. Then of course you got your suction cup mount. Then you got your power cord. You can tell this cord is different as well on here, a lot thinner. This just snaps right into there like that. And this just goes right in just like that. Make wide turns and always use your turn signal. Know your clearance. You don't want to run into a low bridge. That's gonna equal a bad day, trust me. This one, super obvious. Invest into a dash cam. It's not always clear in an accident who's at fault. You're gonna wanna use a GPS specifically for truckers. That's gonna help out a ton with those low clearance bridges. Because with the GPS, you can put in your height, how tall you are. The downside to hot shot trucking, how much you can haul. Smaller trailer, smaller truck, so you're not gonna be able to pull as much as you can with a semi truck. I don't think it's too hard to make about $30,000 a month. They can't carry as much weight as semi trucks. Hot shot truckers, they're always getting pulled over by DOT. Sometimes they'll have a hard time finding a load and whatnot, even have a hard time finding a dispatcher. Do truck drivers make good money? Well, it really depends on what you mean by good money. Do they make comfortable money? Yes, I can definitely say that. Also, it comes down to what you're doing. If you're a flatbed driver, if you're a local truck driver, if you're an OTR truck driver, if you're a regional truck driver such as myself, it really all depends, but on average, you can make anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000 plus as a company truck driver. On the other hand, if you're an owner operator, you can definitely make a lot more than that with more headaches, but more rewarding. Number 10, Cardinal Logistics, $82,000 plus yearly. Number 9, CR England, $82,000 plus yearly. Number 8, Sherwin-Williams, $83,000 plus yearly. Number 7, Crust, $83,000 plus yearly. Number 6, Ruan, $84,000 plus yearly.
Number 5, Hub Group, 84,000 plus yearly. Number 4, Trimac Transportation, 1629 plus weekly. Number 3, Keenan Advantage, 85,000 plus yearly. Number 2, GP Transco, 85,000 plus yearly. Number 1, McLean, 85,000 plus yearly. Make sure you're watching your blind spots, because if you're not watching your blind spots and you decide to make a turn or switch lanes and you run into a car, it's not going to be good. Also, be extra cautious when you're up there in a big truck, because cars, they will cut you off. We call them four-wheelers, but they will cut you off. Just be extra cautious. Don't get mad. We don't need any road rage. Road rage, bad. Trucker Curtis here. The top 5 best trucking companies for new drivers. Up first, Old Dominion. Number 2, it's a hidden gem, Ace Hardware. Number 3 on the list, FedEx Freight. UPS would make my list. Number 5, Cisco. Truckers, here are some trucking safety tips for you. Look at the weight on your BOL. Use extreme caution when heavy stuff is stacked on light stuff. If you need to, down stack things. Always chalk your trailer wheels when you're backed into the dock. You don't want your truck just to go off and hit somebody. Or damage property. Don't want to be responsible for that either. Truck stops are definitely usually the places I prefer. They're usually a lot more safer in my eyes. They have about triple the amount of parking spots. More well lit. Bathrooms, much more cleaner. And they got showers. I know a majority of them. Some type of restaurant or fast food chain. And being over the road, you're gonna have to worry about laundry. You're gonna have to worry about like where you're gonna take a shower. That's also gonna set you back some dollars. Having to pay for those showers, having to pay for laundry all the time. Unless you're like some people who goes weeks without washing their clothes, that's gross. Regional truck driving is better. As a regional truck driver, you still have your freedom. My boss has never once got on me about anything, because it's hard to mess up out here unless you're out here hitting things, not doing your job. Come out here, work hard, do your job, and your bosses, you never hear from them. I mean, these trucks are like 200,000 and up, so it's a lot of responsibility that they trust you with. Truckers, here are some trucking safety tips for you so we can reduce your chances of something like this happening. Don't be in a hurry, work safely, work smart, and when available, use a forklift. Pros to going to private truck driving school: earn your CDL license about 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks. How long does it take to get your CDL license? It does depend on the state, I believe. Some more pros to going to private truck driving school: gonna allow you to stay close to home. Class sizes, they're a lot smaller, which is definitely going to be helpful for backing. Trust me. Cons to company-sponsored CDL training: when they offer free CDL training, that usually comes with signing that year contract. If you back out of that contract, then you're going to have to owe a lot more than you would have if you just went to private CDL school. But look at it this way. Just sign the contract, get the year or 2 experience, and you'll be able to move on to a better company. Do not speed. Check your speed regularly, especially if it's snowing outside. I mean, you gotta be extra cautious. Going down to 6% grade in the mountains, not fun, especially when you have doubles. So if you have doubles, be extra cautious. Even when you're going around a corner, on and off ramps, check your speed. And like I was talking about the snow, I mean, not only do you wanna slow down, adjust your speed for the weather conditions, you're gonna wanna keep that safe distance when you're in traffic. How do truck drivers stay awake out on the open road? Well, it's very easy actually. What I like to do is, if I'm feeling a little bit tired, I will definitely hit up a Love's truck stop, not Pilot truck stop, Love's truck stop, and grab me a Red Bull. Or you can get some coffee, but seriously, if that doesn't work, turn on the AC. All that cold air hitting my face is definitely gonna help wake me up. Also, what I like to do is go down the windows, both sides of the windows, let that cold air hit you on the face. That's definitely gonna wake you up. And if the coffee doesn't help, or the Red Bull doesn't help, or the cold air, I'll definitely call it a night. You definitely don't wanna be driving tired out here on the roads. Just pull over, call it good. I'm sure your bosses would understand. Cons to private truck driving school: it's definitely going to set you back. Most of the time, you're going to have to pay up front. The cost is usually about $5,000 or more easily. You're not going to get paid while you're doing your CDL training through private truck driving school, but it's going to offer that flexibility. Another setback: you might have to take some time off work to complete your training, which can be financially costly to your family if you have a family, or even yourself to support. There's still some good sides to OTR. Let's not get that wrong. You still get your freedom. You're on the road all the time, so you have lots of time to think, lots of time to listen to an audiobook. and a lot of time to see the country and explore and practice your backing, get miles and all that experience. You'll rack up the experience pretty quickly while you're OTR. So you're wondering, how do truck drivers sleep? Well, some of the truck drivers, depending if you're a local truck driver or OTR truck driver, also known as over-the-road truck driver, you're gonna have a bed right in your truck. They're pretty comfortable. What I like to do is I get a 2-inch foam pad to set it right on top of my mattress. Makes it way more comfortable, you don't feel the springs.